Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTicks.com. Blackview, yeah, you know, the guys who've made these amazing phones that have infrared technology, the FLIR technology built into them. Well, they are back with us today, Blackview, with a new smartwatch. This is their R7 Pro inside of here. We've got a manual, a watch, a charger, and some information on how you can get it directly from their Blackview store. It's the R7 Pro IP68 waterproof fitness watch, about $50, and check if we've got a coupon discount for you. In terms of what it's got going for it, well, it's 1.28-inch LCD screen built into this one with Corning glass on it to ensure the lightest wearable joy and outstanding anti-drop. I like that word, anti-drop. You can explore your rhythm and exercise. It's got workouts, of course, in here that will give you your real-time miles, calories, heart rate. No GPS in this watch, though. It will do sleep pattern recognition, and of course you can track your nighttime sleep. Heart rate monitoring with a VC32 heart rate sensor, an intelligent reminder if your heart rate is outside of the normal levels. And they're even claiming we got music playback on this one. It's got 128 megabytes of flash inside of it, which means you should be able to put music on the watch as well. Overall specs are here. We've got 240 by 240 inch screen, a 280 milliamp hour battery with a 30-day standby and about a week to 2 weeks of usage depending on how much you do. Here you got a few select languages, not a bunch, but a few. Let's dive into it and take a look. When we pop it out of its holder here, we've got a cover where they're asking you to download the Tethering app. You can either scan that QR code here or easier, check the show notes. I'll have a link to the Tethering app for you there. Taking that off reveals a nice dark bezel with just some markings along the side. You've got the optical sensors in here, the charging port for the, or charging pins for the magnetically coupled charger, USB charger. And it's pretty strong, almost strong enough to hold the watch. There you go, the balancing act. 2 buttons on this one, removable bands, and a manual in multiple languages, starting with English. It has this information. The R7 Pro, we've got temperature, IP68, waterproof. Nice. Okay, how you connect it to Bluetooth when you're getting it set up. There's the scanning of the Hband app that you're going to use for tethering to the watch. When you go through, you'll be able to select skin color and a lot of stuff. We've reviewed Hband before. It's a nice app. It does a lot of good things. Here's some more information about it. Attention particularly for Apple phones. Heart rate, it explains. And here's music on how you can do music playing from your phone or from the watch once you install the music on it. You've got volume controls and so forth. Here, you've got Bluetooth calling. Look at that. You can dial directly with it. And, of course, all your contacts and call logs are available as well. And that's it for the English. So we've got a really nice Bluetooth calling. There's the microphone. Sweet. There's the speaker. You see it right there. With music storage on it. Let's see how it performs. Give a long press on the top button. Takes a couple of seconds of holding it down, and then it vibrates. Just did. You get this little circle, and it pops right into the first watch face. Now, this is a stock watch face, an animated one that they've got. Let's walk through everything on this watch. We come down, we got all kinds of controls. Do not disturb on and off right there. This is the connect to the Bluetooth calling part of your hookup. And when we first set this up, you have to pair it twice, once to the Hband app, and secondly, like you would earbuds, to the phone itself so you can use it for Bluetooth calling. This one right here, that's Find Your Phone, and check out the ringtone that they've got for you. Here it comes. Okay. Kind of goes along with that funky little watch face, doesn't it? I like Blackview. Different approach to everything. Information, it's the R7 Pro. Basic stuff you need to know for tethering. And then you get into your settings. Settings, not too many. You've got an overall brightness. We're up here pretty close. You can go all the way up to 12 in brightness, which is pretty darn good. And 12 different increments to take you down to the lowest one at 1. Now, what we see here, you can see the color and the white in the middle, and if I go too high, it's going to wash it out. So we'll leave it at about there for the review. Now, dials. Here's where we can pick which dial we want. There's not a lot of them. That's a stock one. Here's another one, which is an analog face. There's another one that's a digital face. Then you have one that you can customize and put your own picture behind it, which is always fun. And then you've got a downloadable one from the app, and I've chosen this one. I think that looks really elegant on this watch, doesn't it? Come on, twist your wrist to light it up. There you go. Yeah. Anyway, that's available too in the overall settings in dial. Hband is the QR code you can scan to download the app from your Android phone. That's what you'll install for pairing, or use the link in the show notes. I always put that in there for you. Notifications. This is where you can turn on and off things that you want the watch to actually awaken you for, notify you of. Incoming calls, SMS, and these are the things: WeChat, Facebook, Twitter, Line, lots and lots of them, Skype, Gmail, and others where you can select from any of the other apps you have on your phone. When you do that in the app, that will send the signals to you. Trying to get my heart rate, I can tell. Okay, after notifications is erase data. We're not going to do that because I got some fun data already collected for you to show you. That's what happens when you swipe down. Date, time, battery level is all right there. Swipe up. Here's where the notifications that you just set in the previous screen will be pushed to the watch from your phone when you're tethered. You with me? Great. Go this way and we start getting into a bunch of stuff. You've got music player. Now, you have a little bit of memory on here that you can actually store songs. We mentioned that. And you can download those things by hooking the wire to your computer and transferring over. For example, to give you an idea of how loud this watch is. Hear that? Yeah, not bad at all. Play it again in a little bit, but I can't go over about 3 or 4 seconds or YouTube's going to think I'm violating copyrights. Anyway, you got the song titles will show up on here if you've got that in the file, and you can scoot forward and back if you want to as well. Here's where you change the overall volume, and I usually have it all the way up for you to test. And here is where you can switch from the watch for the output to headphones. If you've tethered your Bluetooth headphones to the watch, you can play the music from the watch, or you can connect to the phone, and that's where you'll be playing the music that's coming from your phone, streaming like Spotify or something through the speaker in the watch. Yep. So you're choosing your source here, and the output is going to be here on the watch unless you pair headphones. So you got 2 different outputs, 2 different inputs capable. That's just in the music player. Come again. Now we've got the step count and your distance traveled, calories burned, and how well you're doing on your goal for the day. Once more, you've got last night's overall sleep time broken down into deep sleep and light sleep, I guess, and we're collecting those stars as we go. Here's a heart rate, which is your last, your highest, your lowest, and it failed because I wasn't touching the green diodes in the back. Reset it, touch them anywhere on your body, and I've mentioned in other videos, a good place if you really want to try to get an accurate, and I say that loosely, but as best accurate possibly heart rate as you can. Since we all have different skin colors and textures and tones and hair on our arms and whatnot, use your fingertip, or another place is right here on the pad of your thumb, putting your watch right there and letting it get your biometrics from that location, because check out your hand. It's probably pretty similar to the same basic color and texture and everything is mine. We all seem to have fairly similar palms, fingers, and whatnot. So these are sort of calibrated for that kind of skin color unless there's a change in the app that can update it, and that's where you want to go. Now the last card I want to show you is the weather. In your area, it's showing you exactly where I am under my thumb, and it'll show you the city or town that you're in when you're tethered to your phone, and it's been able to update the weather from location services and weather services. You got your current temperature in centigrade or Fahrenheit, and your forecast for the next day is shown at the bottom again. And one more swipe over takes you back over to your watch faces again. And then, of course, you can go around left or right. We'll circle all the way around. So we've done up, down, left, right, everything except on and off right here, and your app drawer right there. Here's all of your apps. These are the workouts now. You can do outdoor run and walk, and you see the sun, which means it's outdoors, and without it, it's indoors. Quite a few different activities you can do. There's no GPS directly in the watch, so you're not going to get the distance traveled accurately with a track record shown that you normally would get if you do have GPS on board, but it does interface with the app, so you can get information that way. You just activate any of these and go into the activity. Then you got your pedometer. We looked at that already in the cards we went around. Sleep time, heart rate, weather, all those are the same. Notice we don't have blood oxygen, blood pressure, temperature, smell, taste, any of the other things on this one. It's just basically heart rate as far as your biometric measurements. Then you get into calls, contacts, and call logs. This is where you can set this thing up to actually make a phone call. If you have set your contacts up and transferred them over, they'll be here and you can call them up. And of course your call log will show you all the calls that you've made, and you can initiate them from there. Speak into the speaker, speak into the microphone, listen from the speaker, and do your phone calling right from your watch. There's the notifications again. You got an alarm section. You can set stuff up. You've got a stopwatch, which is really interesting in that it will run in the background. Here's countdown timers. You can set it, let it go, and it'll vibrate when the timer runs out. The music player we already saw. We did the find your phone. Now in female, it's just going to show you one thing that tells you where you are in your cycle, but in a moment you'll see in the app you have the whole calendar there, and you can just kind of rely on your watch to go okay, you know, or whatever. Camera, remote camera will turn the camera on in your phone. You can take a picture, and then settings we've already seen before. So the last thing is to show you that the stopwatch is indeed still running even though we left it. Now let's take a look at the app. We've done a lot of reviews with the Hband app. It's a very sophisticated app, and ironically, it really is good for doing all kinds of detailed measurements of biometrics. But this watch only takes advantage of heart rate. When you get in here, you set everything up, you've synchronized, you've paired, and you've updated. You get to your opening page, and we're in the R7 Pro, and if you're familiar with this app, you know that more is the button you can push to activate any of the features that are on the phone, on the watch itself. In this case, we only have heart rate, but I can come in here, I can hit the plus, and it'll immediately start doing the heart rate in the background. You don't even see it on the watch, but it's actually here sending that green light in and figuring out what my current heart rate is, and it'll just keep going up and down until it zeroes in on it. So that's a nice feature that you can do, remote monitoring of your heart rate. If you want to work out on a treadmill, let's say, you can set this up and you can monitor your heart rate just by looking at it, as long as you stay in Bluetooth range. You also have overall settings that you can get into for the R7, and here they are. Notifications, there's your sedentary reminders. You can set a heart rate alert where if it goes above a certain level that you can set, you'll get an alarm about that. Twist your wrist to see the time. Find your device, your overall screen on time, where you set the weather for centigrade or Fahrenheit, and so forth. All of these things we've covered many times in this particular app. Reset everything, factory reset everything, disconnect from the app, all of that's available. And it's available in the Mine tab under here as well, so you can get to it a couple of different ways. So we were back here on dashboard, and we got into that from more in settings. I know, I'm moving quickly. Okay, up here we don't actually have anything. It's just showing that. But when you hit pedometer, now you're getting into the hourly, half hour actually, actual step count, and it's broken down by actual numbers here. So between 8 and 8:30, I did 576 steps with this watch on. That's all shown here. Then you get down to last night's sleep time, beginning and ending, and the different colors representing the deep sleep, the light sleep, and the awake times are here. And that's kind of a quality guideline. Not a great night, but not too terribly bad either. 8 hours, 20 minutes sleep duration, they're saying. Here's our heart rate, and you can see we've got the actual levels between 60, 59, up to about 90, mostly sedentary today. And of course, you can go back days on here. It shows you the actual heart rate at the specific half-hour mark when it's set up to be taking that. And it shows you a kind of representative sedentary of walking, and anything higher would be a running icon, so you can get an idea. And it changes colors, of course, to match the color scales here. You can get an idea of your overall daily activity level. Blood pressure, no sensor for that. ECG, nothing. Blood oxygen, no. HRV, no. Not in this watch. But other watches that pair to the Hband app do support that. But they weren't stripped out automatically in here, but you can monitor the modules and you can delete them so you don't have them cluttering up your screen. But I wanted to show you the robustness of this app because it's all there for you. Here's the cycle information. It's the 12th. In this case, it started on the 4th, and you can monitor all these different things and change them around and update your calendar, and it'll push where you are in your cycle. If you're registered as a female in the app now, mind you guys, I don't think if you register male you're even going to see this because you're not even supposed to, right? But ladies, it's there for you if you've registered in here. Overall workouts, this is where the GPS of your phone can tie in and help you out. You would start a GPS movement right here and get your historical record track. So you can get the track as long as you're willing to take your phone along with you with the watch. Finally, mine is where you can set up all your parameters, your nickname or name and everything, permission management, your goals, your unit settings. App style didn't seem to change very much, but it's supposed to be the layout on the watch, I believe. About and log out of your actual account on the app itself, which is different than removing or unbinding the watch, which you can also do too. So all in all, this Blackview watch is a pretty simple, basic, but functional smartwatch. It's dressy. It's got Bluetooth calling. It's nice and loud. It can play music with it. Yeah, I told you I'd play some more. Love is a mystery. It's good volume. This is a really nice, bright, loud, and full body range. It's got some good bass to it too. So a very nice watch, and you can pick it up directly from their store. The Blackview link is in the show notes. It'll take you over here where you can pick it up for about $50, and we might have a coupon discount for you as well. You can tell it's getting in the late afternoon. My paper's turning blue. Anyway, well, I'll see you again soon, gang. Thanks for watching, and yeah, this is an interesting one. I think you might enjoy it.